Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to another episode of The Most Offensive Podcast. I'm Slimmy V, and today I'm going to be talking about a feud, a war that has been going on in the internet, and it has overtaken the whole web. And I'm going to give you my thoughts on this. And this is between Candace Owen versus Cardi B. I'm taking it from the perspective of what Cardi B said. I'm not too concerned with how it started, but I was kind of interested in that because it is something that, to be honest with you, comes from the left. I'm going to be honest with you. It comes from the left. It comes from liberal mentality. It comes from a lot of black people for some reason. Okay, we could dive into the reason and we could have a list of why the black community have a problem with black people marrying white people. Okay, so Cardi B said to Candace, okay, this is paraphrasing, something about how much of a problem you've had with blacks that you chose to betray your own race and marry a white man. Okay. Now, I had a concern with that because I don't think that that's a nothing burger, basically. That's not something we should be concerned with. That is um, putting more racism out into the world. I also had a concern with it because Cardi B, I believe it was an interview with Joe Biden, or it could have been somewhere else, where she says she's concerned that racism still exists. Well, maybe it exists because of this mentality that you have towards people like Candace Owen who choose to marry a white person. Like, if that's still a concern in your thoughts, in your mind, in your psyche, then that is part of the reason why racism still exists. I don't have an issue with it. So, but I noticed that it does come from the left. A lot of black people seems to have this mentality like, oh, you are a coon, you are marrying your master, you are a slave to in this marriage because you married a white person. Why would you betray your race in such manner? This is the type of mentality that you get. As with Dr. Dre, he married this white woman who happened to be a lawyer. Allegedly, it came out, there's reports that came out, all right, that the reason for the divorce between Dre and his wife, who is white and happens to be a lawyer, is because he was laying hands on her or something like that, a little something, what's going on. I think right now it's alleged. I'm not too sure whether that came out and is proven, right? But nonetheless, people were saying, good for you, Dre. This is what you get for marrying a white person. Like if he married a black woman and kind of laid hands on her, that she would just stay there and take the licking. I don't, I don't really get that. You know, why are we still concerned with color when it comes to marriage? Why is that still a concern? It's no wonder racism still exists. And it usually comes from the left. It usually comes from black people who are telling other blacks, why are you married to this white person? As with Charles Barkley being married to a white woman, Kanye married to a white woman, Kim K, but she is Armenian, which technically isn't white, supposed to be a person of color. But people see her whiteness and they see Kanye's thinking, who leans more towards the right, or as I would say, independent, and they call him a betrayal to his race. Okay, so you got a lot of that coming from black people, mostly from blacks. Now, if a white person, okay, Serena Williams is married to a white man. if this white man by the name of Alex, if his family says, yo, Alex, what happened? You having problems with marrying a white woman that you had to betray the white race? The internet would have blown up. They would have Alex canceled. They would make him issue a public apology on behalf of his family for that thinking that is so racist. So if that would have been the case, had a white family said this about Alex marrying a black woman, why is that not a case when Cardi B says that about Candace marrying a white man? I am trying to articulate this as clear as possible. And if you understand what I'm saying, then please click the like button. Okay? Do you still have an issue, if you're a black person, when you see, and be honest, you know what I'm saying? Be honest with yourself, like, because it is like a racist kind of trait. I just want to know where it stems from. If you have an issue with a black celebrity or a black person marrying outside of their race, okay, marrying a white person, do you have an issue with that? If you do, comment below. Let's talk, let's chat. Tell me, send me your email, and then we could book and do a podcast talking about white and black marriages and why is there still an issue with that. If you don't have and you want to be on the show battling those that do have a problem, throw your contact info in the comments and let's do this. Let's make it happen. Let's see what's going on. I don't have an issue with Candace marrying a white man. I don't have an issue with Barkley marrying a white woman. I don't have an issue with Dr. Dre marrying this white woman. Okay? I get kind of like triggered a little bit when I hear like, this is what you get, Dr. Dre, for marrying this white woman. Good for you. Now she's going to take half of your billion. It's kind of ridiculous, the money that she's getting, but you know what I'm saying? I ain't going to try to, you know, go through with that, but I'm just talking about mixed race. And do you have a problem with mixed race? All right. Now, as always, if you're not offended, then you have not been listening. This is the most offensive podcast. I'm Slimmy V. That's right. Your favorite light-skinned fellow. Signing off. God bless, stress less, and let Yahweh do the rest. I'm out. Peace.